Relief. Hi, I'm Joe Ward for Boxer Shorts Media, and we're going to talk about an unfair double standard the mayor and council of the CBRM just placed on unvaccinated future employees. Now, before all you folks with the F Trudeau stickers on your pickup trucks think you're watching a clip from Rebel Media, let me clear up a few things. 1. You should get your vaccine, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth, and fifth, if we get to that. And number 2, if you don't believe that's the right move, call a local high school and ask to borrow a math book. You should get vaccinated, and so should every employee of the CBRM, just like the vast majority of us. Now that you anti-jabbers are upset with me, I'm going to cause some neural confusion when I tell you why the CBRM should be okay with hiring unvaccinated people after March 21st, with some exceptions. Now on March 8th, if you didn't know, Mayor McDougall and the majority of her council voted to bring back 4 CBRM employees, who were put on unpaid leave because of their refusal to get the COVID-19 vaccination. The problem is that they also voted that it was best to keep insisting that anyone newly hired to the CBRM must be vaccinated. I'm not here to argue the merits of vaccination. You should be vaccinated. But inconsistent policies like the CBRM is putting in place, or rather invoking, on March 21st, is why a bunch of sign waivers are provoked into showing up in front of the CBRM Civic Center and making a fuss. As a pro-vaccination guy here, like the vast majority of Canadians, I can tell you that the CBRM's move is terribly unfair and it's a double standard. There were 2 rational options, one of which just isn't supported by current COVID-19 policy shifts. You either A, fire the CBRM employees who refuse to vaccinate and continue requiring vaccination for everyone, or B, you drop the requirement. Let those 4 on-jab folks return to work and don't ask about vaccination status for new hires unless the new position requires it for some special exemption, like direct interaction in a healthcare workplace. The mayor was visibly irritated with the councillors who called it out as a double standard, but her issue seemed to be that they didn't realize the proposal wasn't to change the policy, but instead to invoke a part of it that has always allowed them to decide to bring back employees who refuse to vaccinate. One issue is that the policy, when it was first written, seemingly didn't think ahead about the potential for a double standard. All they had to do was include another provision allowing them to lift the mandate for future hires as well, while keeping everything else in the policy active if they chose to do so. Here's the thing. Policies are meant to be changed, just like taxi rates. Watch this. Mayor McDougall, I would like to move a motion to amend the policy, granting the CBRM the authority to allow hiring of unvaccinated new employees where the position does not reasonably require vaccination in order to perform their duties. I'm seeking a seconder on this motion. Now second it, chat about it, grandstand a little, get your airtime for the 50 people watching the live CBRM Council session on YouTube, and pass the motion. And you've almost instantly resolved that double standard. Listen, I could go on for another half hour about possible issues with hiring practices at the CBRM, like why Mi'kmaq people are not hired often enough, or why people claim that the easiest way to get hired is to have family in the CBRM, or why 3 of the highest paid CBRM executives are all related by blood or marriage, or why the mayor's most recent hire for her office was involved with her election campaign team. For now, I've confused enough of the anti-jab folks, so I'll wrap it up here. What the CBRM did was impose an unfair double standard. If you're letting unvaccinated employees return to work, then there is no reason to prevent unvaccinated job applicants from being hired. Policies can be amended much more easily than they can be created in the first place, and they should be. All this does is add fuel to the fire for people to drive around in their pickup trucks, honking horns and insisting that their constitutional rights have been violated. Why on earth would we want to encourage that? Go back to council, fix the double standard, amend the policy.
Please hang up and try again.